Hello.
Ooh.
Hello, everybody. Seems like we have at least three people watching us now. Hopefully, more will show up.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to our therapy room. As you can see, I recreated it here, which is pretty cool,
Yes, it is.
especially since I did it last minute. So, gotta give me credit for that.
Oh, my love, you are a genius.
Yep, I guess I'm pretty good at that. Anyways, what we're gonna do here now, we're still kind of coming to terms with this using a live stream for this because normally I just upload the images straight into our video, which we
Mm-hmm.
can't do with this. At least
Yeah.
I haven't figured that out how to do that yet. But here's how this is kind of going to go. What we're going to basically do is we're going to say hi to chat, see if anybody's here. It doesn't seem like there's that many people here, but there is some.
Either way, hello, chat.
And basically, we're going to say hi to chat, see who's here. And then what we're going to do is we have a couple topics mapped out for you here. And we're going to go through the topics. Uh, we're going to kind of give our opinion on these topics. And then we're going to check and see kind of what you guys, after we are done, we're going to check and see what you guys have to, say about it, and we'll discuss it, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Again, we don't want to keep this going too long. We do have work tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to keep the stream about it in maybe an hour and a half,
Yeah.
sometime around that. Nobody else should be coming on. We didn't give this link out to anybody, so if someone else appears, that would be very strange. um Not that we didn't want to give the link out, but it is what it is. So that's basically what the schedule is going to be for now. But I guess because you guys are here and we're just giving some time for people to come into the chat, we're going to do a little bit of self promotion first, and then we're going to kind of go into the nitty gritty stuff. So with that in mind, let's start off with supporting my wife.
I am Dracula.
Now available only on Wattpad.
All right. And just one more plug here, just because we're waiting for people to come in. It seems like more people are coming. So one more plug here, and then we'll jump straight in. Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see who's in the chat. We have the great one is here. Hello, everyone. Hello. He's all of our mods are here. That's fun. We have R to the Icky is here. Howdy to you, sir. We have Wookie Fever 1969. Hello there.
Wookie
Nice
Fever.
to see you. We have Ruben is here.
Ruben!
Nice to see you, Ruben. Thanks for coming. Yeah, and it seems like that's it for now. Hopefully more people will come. There are other streams going on, so maybe this is not exactly the best time, but we'll make do with what we have. Again, people who haven't watched it can, catch up on stream, with Streamlot and whatever. But yeah, it seems like that's all for now. Hopefully more people will show up. But yeah, please, hold on one second, as Art Dicky says, please don't forget to hit that like button.
Indeed.
Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, because
you don't want to miss your weekly therapy session, and you don't want to get charged for it.
Yep, and because we have a banner now that will say the same thing. So just to remind you all. Okay, so again, this is our first time doing Psycho-Synopsis live, so kind of bear with us. Again, we couldn't find a perfect way to insert the images, so we're going to be looking at them through a photo viewer. We'll maybe figure that out, how to change that later on, but for now we're going to work with what we have. And again, for those of you who are just coming in, we're going to go through each topic. We're going to kind of give our takes on it like we normally would do. And then we're going to check and see what you guys have to say about it and maybe discuss a couple things. And then we'll keep, things moving forward at a somewhat nice pace.
Yes.
Okay. So let's jump into the first topic here we have. Now, this one was going around quite a lot.
And we just couldn't pass up the opportunity to laugh at all the stupid.
All right. So why don't you announce it, what we're going to do, just like we normally would?
Boy. First on our list is Thirsty sword lesbians.
Yeah.
I do
So,
not understand what this is.
I don't think anybody understands what this is, except for some like propaganda. Now, if you guys see, I took an image of this because I'm sure I'm blocked by now. If not, because I said I believe my quote tweet of this was, "I'm sure the 5 people on Twitter who like this will be very happy." But basically, as it says here, and I'm going to read it to you guys: Evil Hat Productions. Now, again, we don't condone any harassment of these people, even if they're cringe. Don't go attacking them. Don't go doing anything. That's not what we do here. We're just going to point and laugh because that's fun.
Yes.
So we have here, it says, there's no such thing as a apolitical game. This page from Thirsty Sword Lesbians sums up our stance quite nicely. Reminder, if you don't like our politics, don't buy our games. We literally don't want or need your money. The get woke, go broke mantra is pure bull.
No, it's not.
So, yeah, there's a lot to dissect there, but actually, I'd say hello to Matt G is here, and
Hello. And for
Tim's
some-
Talk is here.
Hello,
Hail
Tim.
Gothic Therapy, Wiki Fever. Nice to see you here.
And for some reason, Matt G gave us bacon.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get to
We
that in a
can't
minute.
eat bacon. We're Jewish.
Maybe he's doing it on purpose. Who knows?
Probably.
But let's read the nice rules in order to be allowed to play Thirsty Sword Lesbians, because apparently this is just a game that everybody's gonna want. Everybody's gonna have to look at this. So no fascists or bigots allowed. Great way to start.
boy.
Already just destroyed it.
You want to do it because I don't think I can get through it without laughing.
I mean, I'm a therapist, so let me try.
Go for
To play Thirsty Sword Lesbians, you must support racial liberation, intersectional feminism, and queer liberation.
What?
You must respect transgender people, non-binary people, intersex people, and women. Okay, fair. Respect radicalized people, respect Black, Indigenous, mixed race people, and or other people of color. You could have just summarized all this as respect all different people with all different beliefs.
Or how about just respect people?
Respect sex workers, because apparently those are very important to the game Thirsty Sword Lesbians, because we just all need to know.
OnlyFans can't even support that.
Oh, God.
Or respect that.
Respect disabled people. Sure, that's fine. Respect immigrants.
Only if they're legal?
I mean, even if they're not legal, you should still respect them. I mean,
yes,
still.
But it's easier to give respect if you have been shown respect yourself. It goes both ways. That's what they don't understand.
True, but we're not going to get into that too much.
Okay, fair. Continue.
The next one's kind of redundant. It says to respect lesbians and other people with queer sexualities.
That's so redundant.
Because when you think of the game Thirsty Sword Lesbians, you're just like, they hate lesbians. They just hate them. That's it. They just hate them, obviously. And we're just wrong. But what the heck? Respect people experiencing poverty or homelessness. Okay. Respect neurodivergent people, such as those on the autism spectrum. Respect fat people and people of all body types.
Does that include big boobs?
Probably not.
Then it's not respectful of all body types.
But you see the fine print there is that it's respect the people that they want you to respect. You don't get to respect the ones you want to respect.
Yeah, because they don't believe real women have big boobs for some reason. Oh wait, never mind. I probably shouldn't say that out loud.
Yeah.
What
okay.
I was just thinking.
Not demand that anyone educate you about their marginalization.
Oh, you mean like they're literally doing right now in these rules?
Mm-hmm.
Hypocrisy.
Yeah. If you don't agree, fix your heart before sharing a table with other people. If you do agree, but you're struggling with self-loathing over any aspect of your identity, that's understandable. We're taught to hate ourselves in so many ways. Come on in and let's celebrate the existence and joy of people like us.
Hmm. What do you make of this, my dear?
What am I supposed to make of it?
I don't know. You're the therapist.
Uh, get help? Is that good enough?
Stop it. Get some help because they definitely need it.
This is obviously just meant to be kind of rage bait, get people angry or whatever. But the thing is, it's not rage inducing. It's just funny.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's just really strange that they put this out there. Again, this company's like known for a bunch of different things. But I don't know. It's just it's really weird because like it's again, it's probably just personally like it's trying to get people angry to get kind of marketing, and they're saying they don't need your money, but then like they had to get donations and stuff. That was another thing at one point. So it's like, yes, you don't need our money, but then when you need our money, I don't know.
Well, they wouldn't have needed donations if they hadn't said we don't want your money.
Or maybe if they didn't make cringe games like this, right?
Huh, that too.
All right. Well, anything else to say about whatever this is?
Everyone, please guard your ears. No.
Okay.
Hey, at least this time I could tell them in advance.
At least I'm in the other room, so.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, let's see what you guys have to say about it here. We have the Great Witness here says, respect is earned. I can be nice to you until you show me whether you deserve respect.
Agreed.
Okay. Bunny with the keyboard. Evil Hat was responsible for a game expansion called Don't Lose Your Mind. They should have listened to their own product. They would have to have had minds to begin with for that to have been applicable. And in this case, I'm not so sure.
Mm-hmm.
We have T. Korobkin, I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Hopefully.
Thirsty Swords sounds more appropriate for gay men than lesbians. No?
You are not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Not at all.
One of the respectable qualities of my wife, I don't know what that quality would be.
I'm not sure we want to know either.
Buddy with the keyboard says, remember that all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Yep,
yes,
that's true.
That's why there's a food chain.
And Ruben says projection. Yes, definitely so.
Oh,
They're definitely projecting. And you're not allowed to question them on their projection because they're the only ones who are allowed to project. And then they say right there that you're not allowed. They're not allowed. It's just not allowed. You cannot question them because whatever. And Bunny with the keyboard says, can't stay long, but make sure Gothic knows I give props and haven't forgotten them, please.
Thank you, Bunny with a keyboard.
Don't worry, we see you. We know you haven't forgotten. We have Dreaming with Tabitha's here. I'm guessing their slogan is Man Haters Club. I don't know. I think they just hate anybody, honestly, at this point.
Yeah. They are full of hate, which is why they need help. Institutional help.
They need a lot more here. R to the Icky says, my sensitive ears. I'm going to guess that was because of you.
My bad.
I can mute her next time.
Hey!
Just saying. R to the Icky says, Mrs. R2 has big chi-chis. Ah, okay. Thanks for clarifying. Well, and then Bunny with the keyboard gave us a little bunny.
Bunnies!
But, yeah, look, there's not much to look into here, in a sense. It's just, as I, said, this is basically just it's just
ridiculous?
them trying to get people to promote them via rage, but I really don't think it's going to work out for them the way they want it to.
Definitely not in the long run.
It's not going to work out for them at all. I'm sorry. This is not a game. Look at that game. Look at that cover. Do you ever think anybody would want to play that?
No. And not just because I hate pink.
It just looks awful. The art style's terrible.
The coloring is terrible. The
It's all
title is
terrible.
freaking terrible. Do you notice how they have little water droplets next to the thirsty?
Oh god, I didn't even notice that. Thanks.
I
Thanks.
noticed
I could
it
have lived
just
my
now.
whole life without knowing that.
Sorry. Hey, if I have to suffer, so do you.
I'm right here.
You're in the other room.
I'm literally the one staring at it on a giant screen, while you're the one who doesn't get to stare on a giant screen.
I'm literally staring at it on a screen because we are both on this stream.
I have it on 2 screens, so I win.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Yes. But Subhuman is here. This
Hello,
is Sub.
Subhuman.
Hello, Subhuman. Good to see you. And R2 says just achieve a checklist for woke points. Yeah. Basically, it's just like,
Bingo.
how can we check all the boxes?
With
That's
bingo?
kind of what it means. And then R2 also says inclusive means exclusive. You're absolutely right.
Especially these days.
Buddy with the keyboard says the get woke go broke mantra is per BS famous before words. Yeah. Mark my words. They're not doing well, and that's why they put this out here, is because they're not doing well. They were hoping to get people more angry, and I guarantee they didn't do it. They didn't get enough people to be angry. And Tabitha says it's not good business strategy. Good business mindset is to take money from anyone. Cutting your market by more than half is no way to collect money. That's true, but these people don't care about money. What they want is notoriety. What they're doing specifically is to do something to get people so angry and something so controversial that they can literally get people to give them negative press so that they can get like noticed for negative reasons. It's a tactic that a lot of places are using now. And I think it's funny because you have to actually make something that gets people angry, not something that makes people want to fall over laughing. And that's what this makes me want to do, fall over laughing.
I mean, I've already done my laughing. If you would like to laugh, honey, go ahead.
Nah, they're not worth it.
But isn't the point of
apparently
this to point and laugh?
I am pointing and laughing, but it's not here. Apparently, the purpose of this game is to lose money and a dust collector on a retail shelf. No, it won't even collect dust. I guarantee, like, barely any of these games were made. Let's be honest. No one's going to order them.
No.
And Buddy with the keyboard says, "Don't rest your head was fun, but I'm never going to buy or recommend it to anyone else ever again." Yeah, so I hope your 5 minutes of fame or infamy was worth it, because you're not getting much more at this point, obviously.
Indeed. Shall we move on?
Yep, we shall. Let's move on to the next topic here. One of the topics that's, I think, best about this stream right now.
Matrix Resurrections.
Oh boy, time for nostalgia.
I remember.
And as you can see, faux Morpheus is holding a member berry because that's pretty much what this is.
I just figured out a better name for him. Morphous. Get it? Nah, it doesn't work, did it?
I give it a 5 out of 10, maybe. Wasn't
I was
terrible.
thinking even less. I thought it was good, and then I said it out loud, and it was horrible. Anyway.
Yeah, so the Matrix Resurrections trailer dropped, and what do you think, guys? Do you think we should watch it together first, or what do you guys want to do?
I think by now everyone has seen the trailer.
I know. I'm just curious if they want to see our live reactions to it, but if not, we'll just kind of continue on as is. But I honestly think this is going to be a train wreck. I had thought originally that it was going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Same. Especially since, we read the initial premise, the synopsis of the storyline for this movie, and it sounded awesome. And then we have all the rumors about how it's going to be another woke train wreck.
Yeah, okay.
Especially since they don't even have Morpheus' original actor.
Okay, so it actually looks like people haven't seen it. So let's go find it.
We've never done a reaction thing before.
Not then.
I mean, I remember us talking about anime, doing anime reactions, because there was a point where we were trying to find new anime to watch, and as soon as something happened that we thought was just weird or oof, it was like, no thanks, click. We both thought that would be hilarious to do as a live reaction.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this show on the road here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give this a let's play this through. Warner Brothers, if or whoever's making this now, I don't even know. Please don't like spite us. Thanks.
We're giving you credit.
Thomas? You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Am I crazy? We don't use that word in here.
Hi.
Have we met? One pill makes you larger.
Yeah, I just realized we have to stop because there is a copyrighted song.
Yeah.
in
Plus,
here.
I don't know if the image is clear for anyone else, but I'm getting it in serious lag.
Yeah, let me remove that. Again, you guys can watch it. Again, as I said before, bear with us because and we didn't watch it long enough, I don't think, to get a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should be fine. It was only like 2 seconds.
No, it might still be a problem.
They can deal with it.
But yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah, sorry about that. Again, as I said, we're still working on kind of what we're doing here. But basically, and the video is very skipping. Says, yeah, okay, so it's fine. Again, if you guys want to watch it, again, basically, long story short, it looks very nostalgia-esque, and it's kind of, it starts off like in a therapy setting, you know, kind of where it's like, oh, you need to go back to the Matrix. We're talking about this. We don't use the word crazy here, you know. And then it, like, shows a bunch of things like Neo meeting Trinity again, but like they don't remember each other. And again, it looks, the premise sounds cool.
I know, but there's still cause for concern. Would you like to explain it, dear?
Yeah, the cause for concern for me, honestly, is that, look, I was the one who came out, like, when I heard about just the premise and didn't see the trailer, I was kind of like, okay, this actually sounds like it could do well.
Yeah.
But basically, what I'm seeing here is them trying to kind of cash in on member berries. And people are saying, oh, you know, this is a fake Morpheus. He's going to actually be like a real Morpheus. I don't agree. I think they're going to use any excuses they can to bring back agents or whatever. So this is basically going to be an agent Morpheus. It's going to be a Morpheus that looks younger because he's an agent. And I'm calling it now. What they are going to do, I've heard they're bringing back Agent Smith, not the original. He's apparently in a new body or something. That's what I've heard. Again, I don't quote me on this. This is what I've heard. Basically, what I've heard is that he's going to come back as like something else, and they'll bring back some of the old characters or whatever. They're literally going to make it at the end, where I guarantee what's going to happen is probably Neo's going to become the big bad, and then Trinity's going to gain powers and have to stop him. They're going to make it kind of like a love song kind of thing, like a love thing, like, oh, we have to fight each other, but we love each other. That's literally like, then again, I mean, they're probably going to try to make Trinity gay, or who knows. Regardless, at this point, look, I want to think this is really good, but I don't think it's going to be.
I'm losing hope. I was hopeful, and hope is dwindling.
I really want it to be good, mind
Me
you.
too.
We need good movies these days, but I don't have any faith in Hollywood right now.
I think the moment we saw a short hair, a woman with short blue hair being able to do everything was the moment we knew it was going to be awful.
But wait, watch how that's actually Agent Smith. If that's the case, I'm going to call him Agent Karen.
I think
Mister
everyone will.
Mister Anderson, your blatant misogyny and white supremacy must be eradicated, Mister Anderson.
I could totally see them doing that though.
Oh, it's more than I can see them doing that. Like I would laugh if that actually happens, but I would not be surprised because again, you know how they have to be inclusive and diverse now, and again, this is only being made by one, and
Of
and
only one of the
but
Wachowski brothers, now Wachowski siblings.
yes, it's made by Lana Wachowski, who's the one who's now female. Which again, no disrespect meant by that. I'm just stating the facts.
Hmm. But just the fact alone that only one of them is working on this movie is on its own cause for concern.
And let's be honest. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the sequels, but I've seen the sequels to The Matrix. They weren't terrible, but they weren't great either. And because of that, like I'm not expecting this to be good. I really want it to be.
Yeah.
I really want it to be.
Seriously. Because it sounds like it could be such a good storyline.
It would be really
These
cool.
people can't write good stories and we need them.
One thing I will say, I will give them props. It doesn't look like they have. Well, actually, now that I think about it, what Hollywood seems to like to do is for some reason make it that psychiatrists are the therapists. And I mean, this guy is giving him pills. But, like. I don't know.
Basically, let me explain. Hollywood has it wrong. Psychiatrists and therapists are not the same thing. The therapist treats and diagnoses, the psychiatrist provides the pills. A therapist does not have the authority to write a prescription. And for some reason, Hollywood just decided to have it that the psychiatrist is also a therapist. And for some reason, they always see their clients in their homes, which is not normal.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm just gonna say this is that that's a trope that Hollywood gets wrong. But also, I really want this to be good. I do. But at this point, like, I'm sorry. It's no longer a innocent till proven guilty thing for me. It's guilty until proven innocent, Hollywood. You have lost all my respect that I had, and that was not very much to begin with. But now it's no longer oh, you shouldn't make decisions about. I love when people push the you haven't seen it yet, whatever. I've seen enough of what Hollywood does to our beloved franchises, and I'm tired of it.
Same.
So instead of it being oh, we have to wait and see how it is. No, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be woke garbage because usually it is.
Yeah.
And then if you prove it is not woke garbage, I am more than willing to give it a try and sing its praises.
Amen.
But until that point, doesn't matter what you say. Come at me and tell me I'm terrible because I'm hating on a movie before it comes out. I don't care.
Or better yet, don't say it over Twitter and actually say it to our faces, you cowards.
Oh no, they'll say it on Twitter and they won't tag you either because they can't do that.
Yeah, because tagging you for them is the equivalent of saying it directly to your face, which they are way too cowardly to do.
Yeah, and again, it's just as I said, I really want this to be good, but it's no longer oh, I wait to see if it's good and then make my decision. It's now I'm assuming it's terrible until you prove it otherwise, Hollywood. And if you don't like that, guess what?
Too bad?
Exactly. Too bad. Give us good movies for a while, and then we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
But for
otherwise, you can say goodbye to our money.
Yeah, I was never going to give you money anyways, but still. Let's see what everybody else is saying here. Well, we got a lot of messages here.
Yeah. I mean, we did talk about this topic for a while, but...
Ruben says, I have a bad feeling about this. Buddy with the keyboard says, here's my prediction for Matrix Resurrections because of the My Truth BS. I expected that Blue Pill will be seen as viable. Ugh, don't give them ideas.
Please, no. They don't need ideas.
I would laugh if they called him Black Morpheus. I would too. In other words, to be saying that set free is just your truth and no more viable than blue pilling. Please don't give them ideas.
Seriously.
Jimmy with Tabitha says, I'm surprised how bright and vibrant it is compared to the darkness of the original. That's true. Somebody actually on Twitter put like a green filter over the trailer and it looked so much better.
Yeah. I don't know whether that's because of filming technology is more advanced than it was 20, 30 years ago, but I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, Wookiee Fever says the only purpose of this movie is to move the franchise be done to every franchise. WTF? Yeah, I hear ya. And I figured, and Bunny with the keyboard says, I figure that Neo will end up choosing the blue pill and going off pasture. Please, again, stop giving them ideas.
Stop. No more.
Yeah, and then you stop telling us to block the song. Do you allow the word crazy be said in your office? That's a good question. Actually, no. I don't even allow the word people sometimes say like, oh, I have issues that need to be like cured or need to be they use another word that's for some reason escaping me. But they use a word and I don't like that, or they say I'm broken. I need fixing. And I even say for that, I say I don't like the word broken. It's not something that needs to be fixed. It's something that needs to be put right. Fixed means that it wasn't ever good to begin with. That's not true. In the beginning, we're all the same. Male, female, whatever. It's how we grow up that determines that. So I don't like the word broken or I need fixing because I don't think it needs to be fixed. I think it just needs to be put back together. Not broken necessarily, but put back to being whole. And again, I know that sounds weird because that's what broken is, but I don't like using the word broken. So no, I don't even like using the word crazy either. And the great one also says triggered. Don't use crazy. WTF. So I'll be honest with you. I do use the word, and I saw that you said over here, if a therapist uses the word triggered around me, I would walk out. That's true. However, I want to be very clear. When it comes to treating people with OCD, the triggers are not about being triggered. It's about triggers in regards to what triggers your OCD. So there is a difference, and there are circumstances where the word trigger would be useful. But otherwise, again, you know, I personally try to avoid those words.
Yeah, but triggered for my husband's clients does have actual context.
Yeah, that's true. But even the keyboard says, I see my prediction in the Matrix, one blue pill was a slave, red pill was being set free, and 4, I think the blue pill and the red pill we see equally valid and just your truth. Again, please don't get that idea.
Stop! They can't come up with any ideas on their own. Stop giving them. Stop giving them ideas.
We have Mo Monty in the chat. Hey, what's up, everybody? At work, wanted to say hello and hope you are well and have a good one. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
And thanks, we are well.
But Wiki says, I figured he'll be blue pill to put out to pasture. Please no. No, he won't put out to pasture. He'll be replaced by a much stronger, better Whammon. Also predicting the blue hair woman will be the 8th one and Neo was the 7th. Who knows? Aren't they both now? I think that's referring to Trinity and Neo. They both now. Oh, wait a minute. Aren't they supposed to have both of them transition? Oh, they're the Wachowski sisters now. I think I had heard that. Again, I'm trying not to get in trouble. I don't care enough about them to look into
either way, that's all just so confusing. Can't we just call them the Wachowskis?
Who knows anymore? Oh, and we have Frankenstein.
Hi, Frankenstein.
Nice to see you. I want it to be good, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Exactly. Who needs to get their hopes up? Because Hollywood has proven time and time again that when we get our hopes up, they just like to destroy them. And then if you dare to call them out on it, how dare you? You're a insert insult here. Bingo.
Seriously.
Yeah. The demonstration that Hollywood does not know the difference is because they never see either a psychiatrist or a therapist, even though everyone and their bunny will tell you they need to. That is true. I actually can see that. That actually makes a lot of sense.
That does make sense. They don't know what the difference is because they've never been to either.
And this is Tabitha says, say on. I guess she's saying, and what I was saying in regards to Hollywood having to prove themselves to me. Bunny with the keyboard says, how could you know you don't like the taste of dog crap if you haven't eaten any yet?
Because it's dog crap.
Exactly. Great one. As imperfect the Matrix trilogy is, it had an ending. Yes, it had an
That's
ending, and it
true.
should have stayed an ending.
Mm-hmm.
Ruben has a question for us. What is your opinion of Cloud Atlas? The Matrix had a philosophical foundation. If this doesn't follow the rules of the universe, it goes woke. That's not consistent. I actually haven't seen Cloud Atlas, honestly. Again,
Neither
I
have
know people will
I.
get.
Maybe that is something we should do.
I know that people are going to get mad. We have a list of videos and stuff that we have to watch, and we haven't had
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, we
So-
do. I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since we've had a movie night because movies suck these days.
Well, maybe we should. Maybe that should be a thing. Maybe we should do watch parties. People do
We
that.
should. We should do watch parties
Would
with
people
old
be
movies,
open to that?
but specifically old movies, things that came out before 2010.
Oh no, of course. But will people be open to that? Let us know. Don't worry about the ideas. They've already done what they're going to do. Yeah, unfortunately. If my emphasis with broken, think about the process for a broken arm or leg, and maybe it applies more than an animate object. Maybe that will help your patients. That's true. Sorry for those ideas. I've already typed everything. It's okay. Sounds like microaggressions. Well, yeah, definitely. You should watch Big Trouble in Little China. Again, we have a huge list.
Mhm.
RJ says yes, watch party would be dope. Ruben says yes.
Okay, looks like we're having a watch party. Don't know if we're
Uh,
gonna do it on a live stream or just on our own, but
It's probably something that we have to do kind of
Mhm.
on a live stream.
the great one is here. Says Back to the Future, the whole trilogy. Get on it. My husband has seen the whole trilogy, and it is his favorite movie franchise of all time. I have
Put it
only
this-
seen the first one.
Put it this way: I've seen it so many times that I've memorized the whole thing and can recite it line for line, pretty much. So don't even ask.
He's not kidding.
A buddy with the keyboard says Doc Carpenage is back when you're talking about how do you know if you don't like a movie before you see it. No, I got that. Don't worry. I understood what you were saying. But yeah, again, we'll try to arrange that. Probably not this month because actually, just letting you guys know now, next month. Not next month. Things will be freeing up in regards to holidays. But actually, next Sunday we're not going to be able to upload a Psycho-Synopsis, nor the Sunday after that.
Because we will be on a plane. One first Sunday going to my parents, the other one coming back for one of the holidays.
Yeah, we'll be on the East Coast.
Yes, we
If
will.
anybody's out there and wants to hang out, maybe shoot us a message.
If we have the time.
We'll see. I mean, I'll have the time, definitely.
You'll have the time. I might be hanging out with my
between
friends
work,
out there.
I guess. Frankenstein says it's the best trilogy. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, and Kaylee is here. Hi, Kaylee. I got to see a little bit of you on the inside the booth channel. I feel like I said that wrong, but nice seeing you. I'm in the South. Sad face. East Coast rules. Where? We don't want to give a specific location, but we can give an area, right?
Can we give this? Should we give the state or the city?
The state.
Maryland.
We're gonna be in Maryland. We're gonna be around there. So we're not giving an exact location. but-
Obviously not. And even if we give the city, it's not an exact location, but better safe than sorry.
Kaylee says, "Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was nice seeing you. You do really well when you go on stream. I know you might be a little worried about it, might be a little shy about it, but you do well. So keep it up. General location. Oh, okay, whatever. We're not gonna what? Yes, let's please dox ourselves. I'm in PA. Okay, we'll talk about it afterwards. Again, we're getting kind of off track, and we do want to get through everything. But yeah, so final thoughts on this. I think honestly, it's going to be a train wreck. I would love to be proven wrong.
Yeah, same. I would love for it not to be a train wreck, but I have lost hope.
At least one thing I'll give them credit for. At least when it comes to the Matrix, a reboot isn't exactly like out of the question. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but
'Cause
they're
it's the
not
Matrix?
yes, but they aren't calling it a reboot. They're calling it Resurrections, as in technically a continuation.
Yes.
That doesn't really need to be there. So basically, it's another fan fiction.
I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, as I said, at this point, Hollywood, it is your job to prove to me that it is going to be good. If you cannot do that, then piss off.
All right, then. Shall we move on?
Yep. So our next topic here is
The crap Aquaman cartoon. At least that's how I wrote it in my notes.
Must consume garbage.
Oh my god, that's hideous. I want to puke on the screen right now.
Like, so these are
Okay, chat. Who else here has the need to puke by looking at this hideous atrocity?
well, I made it
Raise
better.
your hand in the chat if you feel the need to puke.
I made it better with the must consume garbage. But here, look, we have a bunch of images from this.
Oh god. Oh god. Dear
What
God,
is this?
why? My eyes! And
What is
R2D, he just
this?
puked. It's crap, is what it is.
What is this?
He doesn't even have eyes.
Who's this for? Who wants this?
Oh God, make it stop. Make it go away. Make it go away.
Why is his hair green?
Oh,
I will say they.
Probably because it's full of algae.
I will say they captured the essence of a certain AH who is playing Mira in Aquaman too. They captured that pretty well.
Can't we just call her a turd? Everyone else
I don't want to
does.
get in trouble. Please don't smite us, YouTube. We're good. We're good. Please don't.
We're innocent. Elliot, well, I'm not.
But yeah. It's like a whole scene with him like trying to fit on the throat and like who asked for this?
No
Who asked for this?
Absolutely no one.
Like this is I'm sorry, these are by the same people who made Thundercats Roar, and this is awful.
Thundercats Roar, oh dear. I mean, the voice actor from one of my video games also did voice acted Panthro in Thundercats Roar, and I guess it was in his contract to promote it, but I never ever commented on any of his posts about it because I did not want him to hate me. Because I really like his work in Darksiders Genesis.
Okay, getting off topic.
Sorry.
But yeah, I'm just like looking at this and thinking kind of what the heck is going on here? Yeah, but this one's the worst. I'm sorry.
A 4-year-old could draw better. Seriously, who else thinks a 4-year-old could do better than this?
I think anybody could do better than this, honestly. Ugh, it's awful. I'm sorry. My first one is literally what they should use for the promotional picture of their show.
Well,
own that it is garbage.
Honey, don't insult garbage.
No, if they own that it is garbage,
garbage at least has some dignity admitting that it is garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
This will not admit that it's garbage.
But I'm saying they should. If they admit that it's garbage, maybe then it'll actually do better. Who knows? Let's see what everybody else is saying here. R to the Icky says puke. Heartless 113 says that's what your puke looks like when you eat candy corn pizza.
You've done that?
I'll take your word for it. Ruben says ugh. Frankenstein says that art style is blasphemy.
That's an insult to blasphemy.
I was about to say that. Art to the Icky says, why is his beard moldy? I don't know. Why does he have like a yellow line through his beard? Like, dude, that's weird. Like his top of his hair. That's just weird.
I guess they're trying to make him more fish-like.
The Great Ones here says it's horrid looking.
Yes.
Just when you thought Aquaman's getting a little respect, this happens. Ruben, I'm not even going to read that. Yeah. Moving on. Thirst Sword Lesbians asked for it. But they can ask for it. You see, they don't want money. Well, actually, if they don't want money, I guess that makes sense. We have Zax is here. Hi guys. Hey,
hello.
Nice to see you. Zax also says a 4-year-old could write better too. I'm sure.
Oh yes, I agree.
Art Sticky says he needs to head out. Have a great evening. Excellent stream tonight. All right, hopefully you'll catch it on the replay.
Good night, Icky.
Nice seeing you. Is there anything else to say about this aside from please, 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 please don't make this show? Just please stop.
Kill it with fire.
They can't. It's underwater.
Kill it with Greek fire.
It still wouldn't work.
Kill it with ocean pollution.
Here's what I say: flush it down the sewer drain from whence it came.
That poor sewer drain.
Yeah, I know. But speaking of sewer drains, let's go on to our next topic here.
Squirrel girl.
Gay.
I love how you added that in there. You're
I
good.
love that. I love that I
Yes.
put the. No,
You're
the
really
reason
good.
for this is because images were, and we couldn't get any of these images because they're being like copyright struck all over. But their images were released of a live action Squirrel Girl / New Warriors TV show that Marvel didn't use because, quote, it was too gay.
How is anything in Hollywood too gay? And their philosophy is the more gay the better, right?
I don't know anymore. What
yeah.
is their philosophy at all?
Get woke, go broke?
So that's our philosophy that they seem to not understand, but seems to be theirs as well.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just
who knows?
it's bad. Like, and of course you got the Wolverine, but not really there too.
I preferred it when she was just taking up the mantle to honor him. And then when they brought him back from the dead, it was completely worthless. And she should have gone back to being X-23 or chosen a different hero name.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
X-23's own clone got her own hero name. Daken actually gave it to her. It's Honey Badger because she's quote because she's sweet and she has claws.
I don't know. I will say though, I actually think I know the real reason. Now, I don't believe at all they didn't do this because it was quote too gay. I believe they didn't want the name New Warriors being used. I wonder why they might have a bad taste in their mouth about the idea of New Warriors. What could possibly be something that would make them have a bad taste in their mouth? I don't know. Maybe I don't know, the New Warriors, Snowflake, Safe Space, Internet Gas Weirdo, Trailblazer with her backpack of snacks.
Hot topic.
Backpack.
Goth wannabe.
Backpack.
The goth wannabe be negative.
Don't be negative.
Hey, at least that one had an interesting origin, but his name was horrible. And they had to make him moody just because he's in the goth scene. We're not all depressed! Emos are the depressed ones.
They don't get that, honestly.
No, they don't.
But yeah, I love my Photoshop work here. I think it's perfect. I do. This and the one I did for Ironheart was awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking it is. Again, it also looked apparently very low budget. I did get to see a picture or two before they were all copyright struck off the internet. But that's probably what my guess would be, is that they didn't want to have, bad brand recognition with the New Warriors being a thing, or the New Warriors. So I'm going to guess that's why. Now, I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, I'd have to actually research this, and don't have enough time to care, honestly. But I would think that basically, if I remember correctly, Squirrel Girl was made literally to be a babysitter for the Avengers. That's what I remember.
That's not surprising either. She's definitely that dumb.
She's nuts. You should see the art style for her books these days.
And also,
honestly.
honey, you've done better with your puns.
Aw. Sorry, was it not crack you up? Wasn't a nutcracker?
Oh, ha ha.
Kaylee says Hollywood doesn't know what it's doing. That's true. Iron Wolf 1970 says Honey Badger is sexist.
How dare you?
Hollywood says Hollywood never cared about supporting anyone in the minorities. They only wanted woke points. That is 100% true, Kaylee. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
They don't care. They just want check boxes and whatever. And so, honestly, I think it was brand recognition in the sense of being that it was the new Warriors and the new Warriors were doing so badly. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll never know. Iron Wolf 1970s laughing, which is fine. Frankenspices are saying this is tricky, but somehow Q Force is a thing. That's true. But that's, to be fair, they made that gay on purpose. It was just too gay. My puns are not 2 out of 10. I do better.
He does. Tonight was just meh.
I'm going to leave. That's it. I'm so offended.
He'll be back. Do, 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 do. Anyway. Honey, you can come back now.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. Most everyone's mad here. You may have noticed that I'm not all there myself. And the morals are brave.
Goodness. If the people here are like that, I must try not to upset them.
Really?
That's right. Don't upset me. Tonight they are. Oh, okay. Puns are 11 out of 10.
Come on, great one. Don't start. He can time out you,
Yeah, I could. Hers one says it should be elevator music. Does that Alice in Wonderland clip not good enough? Was actually they care about supporting minorities. They put the effort into creating original characters and stories. Yeah, but they can't do that. Someone got their tail fluffed wrong. Was it Squirrel Girl?
Oof.
See, I do have good puns. There you go. Thank you.
But if you want good stories, go check out my Wattpad. Good stories, original characters, and no wokeness. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, world.
Let's keep things moving right along. I think we have another topic about Marvel as well, correct?
Yes, we do. We have one more thing regarding Marvel. Shang-Chi. Particularly the actor Simu Liu.
Yeah, and as you can see, I gave him a clown, and he has this image of his saying "lol" from on Instagram because he thinks it's funny. And then context matters. He's like, nah, because he doesn't see. So Simu Liu decided to take shots at a bunch of different YouTubers, including The Quartering, Az, Nerdrotic, Clownfish TV, Geeksy Gamers, Ryan Kennel, a bunch of other people,
etc.
And he's an idiot because he keeps trying to do this, and it just tells us, first of all, that here's the thing. If it didn't bother you, you wouldn't have to make a post about it.
Very true.
As a therapist, I know when someone is trying really hard to sound like something doesn't like it, they don't like something, or they're like, oh, I'm owning you guys. But really, if you didn't care, you wouldn't have done it. And he brought more attention to them. And again, with the context part, the fact is they were responding to an article involving, projections of box office numbers, moron. And guess what? Guess what?
What?
You're not the first Asian superhero. And wait for it. How's those box office numbers doing now?
Not so well, from what I hear.
I hear they're going.
Yeah, especially from what we've heard about the movie really being about Shang-Chi's sister. Spoilers for anyone who cares.
Nobody here cares, let's be honest.
True.
Simu Liu wants to make it look like he doesn't care, but let's be honest, he does.
Yeah, his pride has been wounded. What little pride he
Simu
had.
Liu, you gonna take our thumbnail view and put lol on it? Because guess what?
It's already got a lol.
Well,
and a clown nose.
I don't know. It's like it's a new thing these days where it's like you must take shots at the fans and try to be. But the thing is, again, he does the opposite of what he wants it to do. It literally gave them more credit and notoriety, and it also
It also gave us YouTubers more content.
exactly. So thank you, Mr. Similu, and the Legend of the 10 Things. Except for the
10
one that you
bangles.
obviously don't have. Let's be honest.
What thing does he not have?
Think about it.
Oh, right. I thought he was compensating for something.
No, that's just compensating for the other two things that he never has. That he doesn't have as well.
Take that as you will, chat.
Yeah. Sorry, wasn't perfect. But again, he just brought up like he was like trying so hard to like deflect, but we all know it's because he actually means that like he is bothered by this, and I guarantee if he was so sure that he did well, whatever, he wouldn't have to make a post like this now, would you?
Indeed.
You have to make a post about it because you're so untouched by them.
Mm,
Sure, you keep telling yourself that.
seriously.
See how that goes for you.
These people have problems. And then after that, I don't really know what else we can say along this. I mean, neither of us have seen the movie. Neither of us plan to see the movie. We're just going to take everyone else's reviews and make up our own opinions and, laugh.
Yep,
Did I get
that's
that right?
true. No, that's right.
Okay.
But again, let's see what everybody else has to say here. We have the Great One says that was better. Thank you. We have great actor clown movie. I won't necessarily say he's a clown. He's a good actor, but that's just me. He brought more attention to them. Exactly. He did the exact same thing. He did the wrong thing. He like literally brought them attention on purpose. He's a moron, and he knows it. He knows it. He knows he's a moron. Embrace the clown.
Mhm.
Embrace the clown nose because it has become a part of you.
Mhm. A shame
we
don't have a clown horn like Az does.
You have 10 rings, but guess what?
What?
That's all you got.
Oof. Yep, definitely
Paris one
compensating.
says cratering. Yep. Iron Wolf 1970 says he's just reading a script. He has to do what they tell him. It's in his contract. That's true. I feel bad for the actor because he's actually a good actor. Okay, I guess that could be the case. I haven't seen him in much, and I think he's just being a real jerk. So
I don't
personally
think I've seen him in anything.
like
Never heard
here's
of
the
him
thing.
before.
At this point, I would not go see more movies of his because he's literally treating people badly. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It was always going to make money his first week, and maybe in this past weekend, but does it have legs? No, it doesn't have legs. Only his immediate family went to see him. You mean his sister, right? Isn't that what this is?
I thought this was a sister movie or whatever. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Okay, I'm not sure what we said. But all you have to do is look at Tony Leung's track record. He's not a Brie Larson. Okay, fair enough. But I'm sorry. If you come out and say this, the only reason is you're doing it to get rage bait. That's what you're doing. And it's not going to help you put butts in seats.
Nope.
It's not.
It really isn't.
And he knows it.
It really
they all
just
know it.
Yeah, it really just creates the opposite effect.
No, they just want to use it as an excuse because what they want to do is lash out so that people get angry and make more videos or whatever, so that they can go, see, you are what we said you are because you're getting mad.
But they're the ones who provoked us into doing so.
But that doesn't matter, you see, because they can deflect. They think that their deflection is unnoticeable. But you see, the key thing that I've learned as a therapist, this is some wisdom I'd like to impart to Hollywood.
Do share your wisdom, love.
They're never going to hear it, but I would like to impart it to them anyways.
And share it with us, my love.
Deflection only works if no one notices it.
Shocking.
And guess what?
What?
We all notice it.
Oh, yes.
So your deflection attempt fails over and over. You think it works, But if we notice it and we know what you're trying to do, it completely destroys the purpose of you even trying to deflect to begin with.
Mhm.
So again, take that as you will, Hollywood. I know that you're not used to taking things except for in one area. But yeah. It literally has nothing to do with it being financially successful. Probably costs the money. That's true.
Hmm.
Someday it will be a red box. I'll see it as stroll past. True. You can run rings around it.
Interesting though that Redbox still exists. I mean, look what happened to Blockbuster after Netflix became a thing.
I miss Blockbuster.
Me too. Remember
I
the days
never,
when you could
I never
go
thought I
into
would.
when you could go into the literal library of movies? Oh, those were the days.
Might be
Then
more
again,
interested.
that's just how you prove you're old.
There might be more interest in the prawn parody. Yeah, there probably is.
Mm.
This is hurting my head now. IMDb
Sorry.
him. People need to do their homework. Okay, look. You can like him as an actor. I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I'm
Yeah.
saying that I haven't seen him in stuff.
Neither have I.
And what he's done in the past doesn't necessarily matter if he's portraying a certain image now. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm not saying that he whatever. I'm saying right now
He's
he's
not
not
making.
putting on a good image.
Yes, he's really not making a good impression for himself. That's what we're noticing.
Yeah, Frankenstein says Shang-Chi and the Three-Ring Circus. Space Zombie says, "What's up, you two? Just saw that you're live. What did I miss?" We're talking about Shang-Chi and the Three-Ring Circus, apparently.
Just right now. That's only our 5th topic of the night.
Iron Wolf says he's being told to say this crap. He wants to make movies. It's like scientists will say anything to get their next grant. They know what they're saying is BS, but they need grants. No, I agree with you. But I'm saying personally, I haven't seen him in anything else.
Yeah.
And people may not.
Yeah, it's true. We really have not seen him in any other movies. I've never even heard of him before this movie.
So, as far as we are concerned, and we are potential customers, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at this and saying, well, you're literally behaving like Brie Larson. That's not necessarily saying that that's who he is and that he's not being told to do it. We're saying that based on a purely like, we don't know him and now we're being exposed to him, we're not getting a good image of him. Why would I even want to waste the time going to go look him up?
Exactly. Just because of how he's acting now, it makes us not want to see what he's done in the past. It's literally just everything Hollywood does these days, pushing away their customers by not making a good impression for themselves, especially for people who are new to this person or product.
Yeah, and that's what we're saying. We're not saying that he hasn't done good things in the past or whatever. We're saying that the way he's behaving now does not make me interested in looking back in what he's done, nor does it make me like think of, oh yes, I'm sure he's being told X, Y, and Z. I don't know what he's being told these days. But what actors do this all the time now. That's just what I'm thinking. Like that again. Look, you're right. We didn't look up and see what else he was in and see how else he behaved because I didn't want to. When someone shows you they don't care, when someone shows you they don't care, it takes away any interest I had in looking into him.
Yeah.
And Iron Wolf says coming soon to Redbox. The great one here says, "Okay, you may need to mute me, but run rings around it." I said that on purpose. It was a groaner. Iron Wolf says, and there's the problem. No one bothers to look. It's not that we couldn't have looked it up. It's we didn't want to. Look, he could be a great person or whatever, and you're absolutely right. He could be purposely saying all this stuff, and you're probably right.
It could be that he is being told to say this.
But when he behaves like this, why would I go and look into him more? I'm not interested.
Even when they're told, when we know that they're being told to do this, to push the customers away, all that does is end up pushing away the customers. It makes us not want to know who he really is because our first impression of him is not good.
Exactly. And again, he could be literally, as you said, he could be a great person. I see you say something else, and we'll get to that. But he could be a great person. But I'm sorry, if someone's first impression goes off poorly, it's not going to interest me. Zach says, fun fact about Canada. I live in Canada. All my neighbors are ethnically Chinese, except one white dude is married to a wonderful Chinese chick. His racial angle is BS on every level.
Oh yeah. I mean, I I have a friend whose family is originally from Ethiopia, so yeah, all that stuff is crap.
Iron Wolf says, yes, but people are looking at these small outbursts but not looking at the bigger picture. Unfortunately, the actors get the heat, but the production companies don't, so it kills the actor's career. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, Iron Wolf. I want you to understand that. I'm just saying that I have no interest. And again, it might not be his fault. It may more be the fact, as you said, it's that Hollywood does this to actors or whatever. And it's a shame. It really is because he should look at the bigger picture. I would love to look at the bigger picture as well. But like when someone gives a bad first impression, it is going to take some of the wind out of my sails. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. That's just the truth.
And to be fair, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It wasn't him that made me not interested in this movie. It was their damn Mandarin that made me not interested in this movie.
Oh, yeah, apparently the fake Mandarin from Iron Man 3 was in it.
Yes, they're both fake Mandarin. I'm sorry. I am an avid Iron Man fan. I have read the original Iron Man comics. They are amazing. The Mandarin in that is badass. He is literally a villain. He feels menacing. He's well written. And I'm not saying that the person who plays the Mandarin didn't do a good job in this movie, but I'm saying, why can't we get things that are comic book accurate? Why not?
Because they can't do comic book accurate because they need to put their own quote unquote spin on it.
Kaylee says to smash the like button, everyone. Thank you, Kaylee. Yes,
Indeed,
please
you.
do. Smash that like button. Also subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss your weekly therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shame that he's trashing his own career. He doesn't even realize it because, like the fans, he's not looking at the bigger picture. It may not even be that. He could be looking at the big picture. He may not just not care. Because think about it. I mean, if he does what they tell him to, and they make a Shang-Chi 2, guess who's going to be in it?
Who?
He is.
Yeah, that's true.
And guess what that means? It means more money for him. He doesn't care how the movie does. He gets money. Victor Creed is here. He says, hey guys, it's Cobra 39 here. What did I miss? You guys were talking about Shang-Chi. Iron Wolf says, but when you clown him, it comes across as something different. The fans lose out and the actors miss out. But I get what you're saying. It's been the pattern. No, I agree with you.
We do. We are agreeing with you.
We're 100% agreeing with you here. I put the clown nose on because I think this whole interaction was just stupid. I'm not saying that he is a clown. I'm saying he's behaving like one.
Yes.
And you're right. He's ruining his own career. That's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Victor Creed says, guys, you have to understand that Princess Feige said the comics don't factor into the movies. And then you wonder why nobody's going to see them. Why do you think that might be?
It's because they are pulling a Kathleen Kennedy saying that there is no source material.
Well, that, and also, you think that maybe the comic book fans, who are the people who want to see these characters portrayed in film, may not like seeing not the character they've read in the comics or grew up with on the big screen. If I wanted to see Bimbo the Clown, I'd go see Bimbo the Clown. If I want to go see Mandarin, I want Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
Cause and effect. If somebody tells me, here is Mandarin, and it doesn't look like the Mandarin that I know, and you've changed him so much, and he could be a great character, but I'm looking for Mandarin. That's what I want.
I remember when they first announced the title of this movie. Was it last year or the year before? When they announced the title, Legend of the Ten Rings, and both of us immediately knew that was referring to the Mandarin. And I know my husband was really, really, really hoping that this time we would get a comic book accurate one.
I was actually excited for this movie. I was like, yes, they're going to do the Mandarin justice. And then they literally said, oh, we're not doing him justice. Why?
Because they don't like doing comic book accuracy. They don't like accuracy in general. I mean, have you seen movies based on books?
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
Okay.
Iron Wolf says, yeah, I want to see the real comic book movies and get rid of the identity politics. That's true.
Yes, that is all. That is all we want.
Yeah, that will bomb. What happened to Captain Marvel too? Guess who's gonna be in it? His sister? Lol. That's true. Yeah, stupid interaction is killing his career. Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
I wish it wasn't the case.
yeah, we both do.
Kim's Convenience was a good show, and he was good in it. He could be a great guy. However, most fans aren't going to research him, and this is their first impression. Exactly. They're
That
not going
is
to look
true
at
for
him.
us. Yes,
He's
that
killing.
is-
He's torpedoing his own career.
I know. This is our first impression of him. So what you're saying, Zax, is completely accurate.
Iron Wolf says, "LMAO, Bimbo the clown." I don't know where that came from. Victor Creed says, "Guys, comic book accurate wouldn't happen during the times we live in now." I know, and that's why I won't go see the movies. Cause and
Yeah.
effect.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You could just say he should have psychologically approached this differently. See what I did there? That's true. He could have approached it differently, but he's not going to. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Victor Creed says, "Think about it. It's not going to happen." Exactly. It's not. Look, I
No.
want it to be. I want it to be the case. I
We
want it to be
do.
comic book accurate. I wish he didn't behave like this. If he had just behaved normally, people would have come see his movie. It's just they're going to ruin it.
Yeah.
Wolverine Origins Deadpool. How did that go?
I
Wolverine Origins was at least fun, I guess, in some ways.
mean, the only reason we got the Deadpool movie was because everyone hated the X-Men, the Wolverine origin Deadpool.
Yeah. Look. I want to make something very clear. We're not saying that he couldn't be a good guy. We're just saying first impressions are very important, especially if you're coming out as a big superhero. And when you come out and you don't behave like a hero and you behave like a zero, that's how you reflect on your career. Sorry. You could do as many good roles as you want, but if you come out in a big role and you come out badly, doesn't matter the rest of your career.
Yep, I agree completely.
And Iron Wolf says it's going to ruin him. Yes, but that's what's in his contract. Got to pay to play, and that's the Hollywood game. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish it wasn't the case. But we're actually going to keep moving along because we do have a couple other topics we want to cover.
I think we've been talking about this one long enough.
No, we do appreciate the discourse, guys. Again,
Yeah,
we're even if you don't necessarily agree with us, I hope at least we can agree to disagree.
Yes.
You know, let's at least show the people who can't do that we're capable of something else. You know.
Yes, I agree with that as well. In which case, let us move on.
Let's move on to our next topic here.
The woman who played the armorer in The Mandalorian is defending Gina Carano.
Gina Carano did nothing wrong. So
this is the way.
Yes, it definitely is. Emily Swallow, the person who plays the armorer for The Mandalorian in a couple episodes, came out and had only praise to heap upon Gina Carano.
Yes.
Praise.
Said that she was great to work with, was a wonderful person, and found out about her firing like everyone else. And what else did she say again? Oh,
she basically said that she was so nice and that she doesn't understand what happened and she doesn't really get the full picture and she's only ever known Gina to be nice. And again, there's not a lot to talk about here, but what this proves is, guess what?
What?
Hey, Disney, all that slandering you tried to do, it didn't work.
Nope.
It didn't work. And Gina did nothing wrong. She had an opinion, and you canceled her for it. And look, now other people are coming out and saying how amazing she is and how much she cares about other people. And guess what? You get to eat your words, Disney. How's that Star Wars channel doing for you?
Yeah, seriously. And I think I can understand why she waited until now to come out with it, because there's been, I guess she had to wait for all the Gina hate to die down before she herself said anything. Does that make any sense?
No, that's true. She did wait.
I mean, she definitely could have said it sooner, but I think she was waiting until all of the commotion of it died down so she could say something so that she wouldn't get any backlash.
Yeah. Look,
I mean, it makes sense to me.
I just like hearing people coming out and defending Gina because Gina is a really nice person. I haven't really interacted with her that much, only a little bit. Yeah. But she's a really nice person, and I honestly don't think that she deserved what she got. And
no, not at all. Especially for the opinion that she shared. It was not bad at all.
Yeah, true. And again, let's see what everybody else is saying here. The Great One's saying he didn't know about this story.
Oh wow.
Okay, well, congratulations. Now you know. Gina broke free. That's all she did. Yes, that's true.
That is true.
And it wasn't even her speaking. She
No.
literally posted an article from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even her own words.
Yes.
Iron Rule says, I wonder if this is a soft interest of being open for them to try to get Gina back. Gina will never go back.
After the way they treated her, I doubt it. They don't
think
deserve
about
her.
Think about it this way. Imagine you're Gina. Imagine they give you a good offer. They want you back. Can you ever trust them again? They bent the knee once, right?
Fired you over social media and didn't even tell you first.
And I guarantee they'll do it again. So if I was Gina, I would do the exact opposite. If someone gave me a contract, I'd tell them to stuff it where the sun don't shine.
We're talking about a former MMA fighter. This woman knows to trust her gut.
And she's not going to abide by their rules. Even if there's like, oh, you come back, you need to do this. I would never trust them ever again. They've shown that they will cater to the woke mob once, and they will do it again and again and again, and it will never be enough for that woke mob, but they'll keep doing it.
Yeah. She's also someone who knows when not to pull her punches. So if she's not pulling her punches now, I don't blame her.
Kaylee says, hold on. Have you guys noticed that the haters have been really quiet?
Yes.
Yes, actually. I have a theory about that. I have noticed something on Twitter. I actually wanted to kind of come up with a post about it, but maybe I'll briefly address it now. I've noticed a cycle of news and stuff when things come out. Mark my words. A hate storm is coming. I'm calling it. And do you want to know why?
Tell us.
This is exactly how it works.
Do tell. Tell us this cycle you speak of.
First, there'll be a stretch of time without news. Not much news, just a little bit. Then, suddenly, a bunch of articles from 2020, 2019 will start circulating. People getting really angry about them. I'm the one who notices that they're really old, and I don't comment on them. I'm just curious why they're going around. Then, slowly but surely, other stories start to slip in, right?
Yeah.
And then, eventually, it all leads up to one big story that blows the roof off everything, and then everybody gets mad, and then we go right back to square one again.
Yep.
There's a little more context to this, but this is what I have noticed, and I'm calling it now. The hate storm is coming. There will be a big, mark my words, in the next couple weeks, there will be a big story that breaks. It'll make a lot of people angry.
Yes.
Someone prominent will comment on it and cancel mob attack. It'll happen.
Oh, yes.
Gina's been somewhat quiet in regards to things.
Except for her recent photo shoot with that Evie magazine.
Yes, but she's been quiet in regards to saying opinions on other things. If she came out and had an opinion on something like that, they would get angry. But right now, she's kind of taken a step back, and that's why I think they're leaving her alone. But mark my words, a big story is coming. Calling it here and now. Victor Creed says if they take Gina back, they'll have to make another huge apology to Johnny Depp. Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And we all know they're not going to do that for Johnny. Hashtag justice for Johnny.
That's true. That's true. Justice for Johnny. Kaylee says, this is now going to be a good time for more cast members to show support for Gina while the haters are quiet. Yes, but they have to be very careful about when they do it. If they time it wrong, they're going to be right at the apex of the explosion, so to speak.
And that will not be pretty. So it is good that Emily Swallow is saying her piece now.
Zach says she doesn't need the money. Her family has a big casino money. She's had much integrity. She's backed out a multi-million-dollar UFC fight because Dana White broke his word for her. Yeah. Victor Creed says, if I were her, I'd tell him to take your money and shove it. She didn't leave her hard enough left for Hollywood. Victor Creed says good for him. Man was one of the huge money-making machines. Don't see her ever going back to Disney. I just don't think it'd be worth it. Yeah.
It would not be. They don't deserve her. She's too good for them.
Iron Wolf says, no, she won't go back, but it feels like an olive branch. Hollywood's full of people who have no ideas what standards are because they've compromised so much. That's true.
Oh, yes. I agree on that.
Great One says old articles being around all the time. There's distractions. Yes, but there'll be a string of them. There'll be a string of them that come up.
There'll even probably be some that make no sense whatsoever.
I'm calling it now, though. Mark my words.
His hunches on these kinds of things are usually not wrong.
Mark my words. I've seen a pattern. I'm not going to go into detail on it, but I've seen a pattern. There is going to be a huge story that comes out at some point soon. Some big spin that we won't see coming. And they're going to push that, and then the hate mob is going to come out. Trust me, I'm calling it right now. And you're going to see hate for everybody come right back up because that's what they do.
Yes. Trust me, guys. His hunches, when these kinds of hunches of his are usually right. So, just saying.
Yeah, Iron says they're promoted by Studio Spin Wizards. That's true. Remember to like and sub. That's true. With notifications. Don't forget those bells.
And also, don't forget to tell your friends that we take referrals.
We do. My question is, why is Emily coming out now? Because it's a good time.
Yes, because the haters are being quiet. Because there are no haters out about right now attacking Gina, she can come out and say her piece without getting attacked herself.
Yeah, that's true. And think about it. What big thing is going on right now that might be taking away attention? A certain movie came out.
Which one?
Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah.
The haters are not quite about that. They've just moved on. See, big story, big movie come out. Suddenly, they're like a horse following the carrot on a stick.
No, they're just sheep. Sheeple. They're sheeple. I did not come up with that word, but yeah.
Kaylee says it was crazy though that the haters got mad at Billboard for briefly saying nice things about Gina, and when Sasha Banks got attacked for haters for liking cheated Gina's. Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. They said it when there was not a lot of other news. When they have nothing else big to latch on to, that's when they find the smaller things. Yes. Otherwise, they don't. Great One says the hate mob is itching. The Guilt Man, Thomas, is here. Says hi.
Hi, Thomas.
Hope you're doing well. I know you've been under a lot of stuff lately, so I really do hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here. The haters are like sheep in Animal Farm. That's true.
Yes, I remember Animal Farm. George Orwell. Some people have been saying he's a prophet.
Yeah. Kaylee says, then the haters got mad at Sasha Banks for liking posts on Instagram about having a choice for wanting the poke or not. And that's true. I saw that as well. And again, it's about timing. Timing is key. Heartless One says like a swarm of locusts. That's true. Victor Creed says that guys, the hate mob hates those that don't follow the beliefs. That is 100% true.
Oh yes.
Everyone says, "Yep, dead news time. Time to break out the drama." Exactly.
Yes, and yes.
Zach says most of those haters are bots for some losers' 25th alt account. That is 100% true. I've seen videos of bot factories where there's people with phones, a bunch of different names, typing things to make things trend. Doesn't take much to make a trend, but mark my words, as I said, something big is going to come up in the next week or so, and I'm calling it here and now. I'm calling it. Okay? Yes. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. And you heard it here live.
Seriously, he's very, very rarely wrong when it comes to these hunches.
Was he a prophet or just privy to the long-range plans of the elites? Who knows?
Maybe both. Either way, right. He was a genius writer.
But anyways, as I said, it's great to see Gina getting some support. Hopefully we see more of it. I think we'll see more actors and actresses coming out eventually. But, it's good to see some good positive stuff coming out,
Indeed.
Speaking of, but unfortunately, this is where the positive stuff ends.
Yes. We have 2 more things to talk about regarding Star Wars, and both of them are iffy.
Yeah, one of them is probably one you guys haven't touched on, but let's go on to the next topic here.
A woman, or if I can call her a woman, named Sam Maggs.
Alrighty, so this is about the KOTOR remake. Sam Maggs is the person who has been credited to, be the writer of KOTOR, the new KOTOR remake. As you can see, Isn't Kotor your favorite? No.
Gee.
You
And they
mean
wonder why we hate remakes.
you mean you hired somebody who doesn't like the property they're working on?
Shocking. Why do they do that?
It's
drives
okay
me
though.
It pisses me off that they do that. It really
It's a
does.
It's because it's a remake.
Ugh. You're not wrong though.
I want to. Thomas says, my take on Gina is the way she worded her post was a little on edge, but I understood where she was coming from, but it doesn't serve a cancellation at all. You're 100%
Yes.
right, Thomas.
Yes, you are.
And I want to point something out that most people don't.
Hmm?
She wasn't. People say, you're referring the Holocaust to what's going on now. No,
she wasn't.
she's referring to stuff before the Holocaust.
She was talking about what led to it, what allowed it to happen, and why nobody said no when it did.
Yeah. But let's get back on topic here. So again, a lot of stuff. Shout out to Data Racer 117 on Twitter. You guys should follow him. Great dude.
Yeah,
for getting this stuff for us.
The guy is really good at digging up old stuff. Really, really good at what he does.
But as you can see, look, if you want to hate Ray, at least be honest about it. You hate that she's a woman. Last Jedi bed screw literally everything up every time. Hell yeah, Last Jedi is still amazing. Sorry, angry baby boy Ray, how are you trading it all? Me, strong in the Force. You do not remember that Anakin was auto-board strongest Jedi because arbitrary, intensely stupid high, like orders or see.
Oh boy.
It's
SJW
freezing.
alert.
Hating the
SJW
patriarchy
alert.
keeps me warm.
SJW alert. SJW alert. Look up in the sky. It's the virtual signal. Quickly to the invisible fan base.
I'm literally just gonna spend the whole day crying about Ray and Jin. Fighting patriarchy makes me so hungry, so I'm gonna sit in the kitchen while my male partner cooks dinner. I was gonna say you should make us a sandwich.
I was just thinking that. Sorry, I was just thinking that.
I've never seen Star Wars, lol.
If you've never seen Star Wars, then why are you working on it, you idiot?
Because she can't help herself.
They always, these days, hire people who hate the franchises to work on those franchises, and I hate it. It's the epitome of disrespect.
And look, maybe she'll do a good job. I doubt it, but there's a possibility, right?
No.
But I don't understand what this whole thing is about, bringing in people who don't like the properties they're working on. Kevin Smith is another good example. I've been a He-Man fan all the time. No, he watched it because he hate-watched it. I kid you not. You could look it up. He literally said this word for word that he hate-watched it. Why are you putting someone in charge of that?
Also, they've done it with Star Trek. They've done it with Star Wars. They've done it with Doctor Who. They've done it with just about everything. And I'm sick of it.
You're not alone there. Let's see what everybody else is saying. It seems like a lot of stuff is here. Victor Creed says she will ruin it. I really hope not.
She will.
Space Sonny says I have no faith in this remake. Time to read down the original two before they mysteriously disappear from my stream library. That's true. Victor Creed, KOTOR is my childhood. I know. Thomas says I'm willing to give the KOTOR remake a shot. That's completely fair.
But if they change the writing or the storyline, do not be surprised.
Yeah, look, no, anybody's allowed to like what they like, you know.
Yeah,
and I know having spoken with Thomas, whatever. I know that Thomas doesn't agree with everybody, you know, what everybody says about certain things, and that's completely fine.
It is completely fine.
But he's willing to listen to other people's opinions, which is why he makes him more important and, you know, more practical than other people out there. But he's
round of applause for Thomas.
Yeah, round of applause for Thomas.
Seriously.
Being able to agree to disagree, a skill that many people have lost.
Yes. It is very rare these days.
Look, Thomas, I hope it's good. I really do.
So do I. So far, the graphics look amazing, but it's the storyline, the characters, the writing that we fear for. Because those are likely to be changed.
That's what I fear for, is the people who love the original for what it is make it a different game than the one they're anticipating. And I'm not saying that game may not be good, but it may not also be the same game people fell in love with.
Exactly.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Victor Creed says, me and my brother spent the summer of '06 playing it and remember him beating it before me. It brings us good memories to me. Good. The originals are not going anywhere. Still play them. You can.
Yes, you can indeed.
I got the original KOTOR on a working Xbox. I'll stick to that. That's
Yes.
fair.
360 or original Xbox?
Ray is the best Jedi ever.
Ugh. I hate Mary Sue's. I hate
Heartless
Mary
one.
Sue's and Gary Stews.
It's a lot of vomit right there. That's true. Victor Creed, Disney Star Wars sucked so much.
Yes.
I'll be honest. There were elements that could have been played upon, if they were played upon correctly, could have been good. Unfortunately,
Honestly,
that wasn't the case.
the only Disney Star Wars movie that I really liked was Rogue One. Rogue One was pretty decent. Everything else, meh.
Thomas says, I'm going to be the only one, but I'm going to give KOTOR a shot, and if it's bad, then call it out. Please
Good.
do.
Yes.
Thomas, I trust your take more than other people's, so I'll be looking to you for what your take is on
Absolutely.
it.
I've never even played the original KOTOR. So, by all means.
So, Victor Creed says, because they don't want people who know and love Star Wars, they don't want experience. They want politics. Politics, politics, politics.
I know, and I hate that.
That's the name of the game now. That's unfortunate. Look, again, politics can be used well.
If
I wish
done
they did.
right.
Disney gets no money from me. Even if this was a word-for-word remake, I'm not buying it. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It seems it's all meant to get a specific demographic distracted from a bigger picture or something more pressing in society. Really? Almost like there's something big coming that they don't want us knowing about.
I wonder what that could be.
I never bought Battlefront 1 or 2. It's fair. You never played the original one? I've never played it either. But,
Nor
I've
have
heard
I.
good things about it, and I hope that they continue to make good things about it. That's all I can hope for,
Yes.
This magazine will backfire if she's indicative of how she'll approach the game. SJWs don't buy dense RPG in mass. Culture is a bunch of cutscenes. That's true. They don't seem to understand,
Yeah, pretty much.
Great One says the original Xbox. Just for answer your question. A Great One is here. Think about Rogue One too much and you'll realize they script many things. Rogue One was filling plot holes. Let's be 100% honest.
It was, yes, but it was at least written well.
Yeah. Rogue One was good. Solo was kind of cringy. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. No, we can't do that.
Sorry, Jeremy.
We don't copyright strike us. We're good.
I think we're okay. But still.
I doubt
It was
anybody
too
from
good
Beast
of an
Gamers is watching
opportunity.
though. So
It was too good of an opportunity, though. We had to.
The big picture has been happening since 2002, which in
20.
itself is much larger distraction. 2020. Gilkman Thomas says, I thought that there was some good Disney Star Wars stuff. Rogue One was pretty dang good. Yes, out of all the movies they have made, Rogue One was pretty good. It was filling a lot of plot holes.
Yes, I'd admit that. But the difference between that and the sequel trilogy is that Rogue One had good writing.
The final season of Clone Wars was good. I've heard good things about it. I personally I'm not interested in Star Wars anymore, honestly. I want to be, I just not.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I quite enjoyed The Bad Batch and love Fallen Order. That's fine. You're allowed to love all those stuff. I'm glad you found enjoyment. Enjoyment is so scarce these days.
I mean, I really enjoy the Clone Wars, even if I haven't seen the last season.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the Clone Wars too. I watched it all except for the last season. Maybe I'll watch the last season one day. Just right now, personally for me, as I said, Hollywood keeps telling me that I have to wait and see what things are before I like them. I disagree. I think that I've been burned by Hollywood so many times that they now have to prove to me that something is good, or I'm going to look at it as it's not, as I'm going to have the idea that it's not going to be. That doesn't mean it can't be good. I'm just personally saying, you've proven me multiple times that you can't make good things. And again, that's open to opinion, but at least for me, I don't feel like some of the stuff that they've made is good. And that's what happens to me. I want to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong.
Exactly.
Iron Wolf 1970 says the plot holes were there because they brought in another director and did a bunch of reshoots. That's true.
That's fair.
Everybody here says Solo lost to the one the Imperial officer gave him his last day. That pissed me off. Yeah, that was a really crappy moment to write.
I didn't even watch Solo.
No, the Imperial officer says, "Oh, you're here by yourself, so you're Han Solo."
That is so bad.
That's literally what it is.
Oh boy. That's horrible.
The biggest difference with Rogue One is that it inspected and loved the source material. It was actually a love letter to George Lucas. I read that somewhere. Yes, it was. It was. It respected the source material. They didn't shoehorn anything in. It was okay. I personally didn't find it as overall an amazing movie,
No.
but it was good. I'd watch
But
it
it was.
again.
Yes, so would I. Especially since we get that badass Darth Vader scene.
And Thomas says, the government says, "That's okay. I completely understand." See, that's what makes you a valuable member of our community, Thomas. Is you can
A
agree
valuable
to
member
disagree.
of our fellowship.
Don't ever forget that, Thomas.
Seriously, man.
You're an important part of our fellowship. Still not a fan of you, though. Just throwing that out there. Wink.
But you're a good guy, Thomas.
Propaganda dictates that you take a successful popular platform and derail it for nefarious purposes. True. I watched Solo because it was on a movie channel. Biggest meh to me, in my opinion. I haven't watched it. I've seen
Neither
scenes
have
from it. I personally don't want to watch it. I'm sorry.
I just saw the CinemaSins take on it. Shout out to CinemaSins.
Again, I'll make this very clear to me. As soon as they tossed the lightsaber, Luke tossed his lightsaber over his shoulder. That was it for me. Star Wars died for me at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't ever been the same. I really want to get interested. I've tried to read some EU stuff. The EU stuff is really good. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Great one says, Raven, I tried to watch again with my nephew, and I just couldn't get past 10 minutes.
That's fair.
I believe you. I don't think it was trying to be amazing movie. It was just filling in the blank timeline of how they get the plans. It was beautiful. Yeah, again, look, I'm not saying it was perfect, mind you. I want to make that very clear. I'm not saying that the movie was perfect by any means. I'm saying if you compare it to the other garbage we got, which again, whether you believe it's garbage or not, that's up to your interpretation.
Yes.
But if you compare it to that, it is way more on the right track. Doesn't mean that it was perfect. And Stig Kenobi is here.
Hello, Stig.
Hey, Stig. Rogue One didn't respect the source material. It created several enormous plot holes, and they ripped off a beloved EU story. Jan Orr's got whitewashed in the Jyn Erso, etc. Yes, I hear you on that. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying if we take this movie and compare it to the other garbage we got,
it's better.
I would say it was the least offensive to me.
Yes. It was significantly better than the sequel trilogy.
Yes, that does not mean by any means that I thought it was a good movie and that it was good to the source material. I thought that it
was decent.
It had some elements that felt more Star Wars to me.
It was a decent movie, bottom line.
Again, most of it was probably member berries.
Yeah, probably. But it was done well.
It was done better. No, it was done decent.
Yes.
I would say well is a stretch. It was done decent enough that it was a somewhat cohesive movie.
Yes.
Solo Disney's new standard. That's funny. If it isn't George Lucas, I don't acknowledge it. That's fair. Again, I'm not looking at Rogue One and saying, wow, it's amazing. It needs to be up there with the rest of the canon. No, not at all. I'm saying that it's a movie I could see myself watching again.
Yes.
That's about it. The rest of it I didn't really care for. I could see myself watching it because I felt like it was at least somewhat well constructed. That doesn't mean it fit the lore or anything. I just felt it was an okay movie in general. But same here. I thought when Luke said that was it. Yep, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you weren't saying what you think I'm saying what you're saying. Funny. I should take offense at that. No. Stig says, remove the Vader scene in Rogue One. Do you still think it's good? I didn't think it was good with the Vader scene.
I just liked the Vader scene.
I think it was a well-constructed movie in terms of it flowed. kind of well.
It had decent writing, decent acting, and decent plot.
That was it.
What makes
I'm
a
not
decent
saying,
that is what makes a decent movie.
yeah, but I'm not saying it is at all like, oh,
It
it's
wasn't
super respectful to the
it-
lore and everything. I
and
don't care
it was
about
not
that. I think that honestly, none of the Disney films to me ever will be canon.
yeah.
Canon fodder, yes. I'd rather shoot them at something.
And Rogue One is by no means a masterpiece like the original trilogy, but it's still decent in my opinion. I can count it as Star Wars because it was done in a way that I can tolerate. It was done in a way that it was a decent movie with decent writing and decent plot. That's all I need, really.
Oh yeah, hey, Stretcher's potholes galore. You're right.
Oh, plot holes.
But then Stick dropped into the convo.
You
Member,
cannot be a writer and not have a plot hole somewhere. Trust me, I've tried.
Frankenstein says member berries. Yeah, I remember. You fantasy because the stuff got lifted. It happens. Look, they weren't. It seems to me. I don't think that's fair. I think they're having a fit more about the idea that they're claiming there's no source material. They're claiming it's nothing. There's nothing there, that they want to get rid of all of it, and then they're picking and choosing what parts they want and changing to fit whatever they decide. That's what I don't like about that. I think that's completely fair for people to be upset about.
Yeah.
Rogue One is the only rewatchable Disney Stars. Yeah, and again, I'll be honest with you. If you want to know a secret, I've only watched it once. It's because I'm not that interested in Star Wars to begin with. But if I had to pick a movie of the sequels, trilogy, or Disney, whatever, to watch, I'd pick that one because it was the least offensive to me.
Yes.
Doesn't mean it was good. Doesn't mean that it fit into the canon, that it was perfect. No, it wasn't at all.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah.
Stig, yeah, Vader's scene was what got a lot of people's attention, but then again, the plans were not transmitted to Princess Leia, so they could do that scene. That's true. That's true. Jin and the company entering hyperspace within the gravity of a planet is a gigantic plot hole. If this was possible, which it isn't, the blockade of Blue couldn't happen. You're absolutely right.
Yes, that is true.
Again,
we're not saying the movie was perfect or that it was a masterpiece or that it was done extremely well or that it didn't have any plot holes or any of that. It was just a decent movie. That's all I'm saying.
It was put together better than any of the other ones, because let's be honest, the other ones were either a rehash of the originals done badly, which was the first one, and the rest was garbage.
Honey, that's insulting garbage. Don't insult garbage.
Zach says Rogue One had problems, but it didn't destroy the OT characters that we love. It had great space battles and fun moments without being at the expense of everything that came before. That's true.
Yes, and yes.
That's true. That's what my thought was too. It didn't destroy my characters that I love. I didn't give a crap about the characters there. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, it might be because I'm not as big into the EU.
Yeah.
Perhaps if I had read the original stories that they ripped off, I would have been more upset. But because I had not been exposed to it, I didn't really care. Maybe I should have.
Yeah, we did not. Neither of us have really read enough EU books. I will be honest about that. We have not. I mean, I've seen plenty of lore videos on Star Wars about the EU, but that's about it. That's how I get my Star Wars knowledge regarding the EU.
Sticky Noe says between Anakin wouldn't have been found, which means no Star Wars saga. No, I agree with you. Look, by no means are we declaring that Rogue One is a masterpiece and should be watched by anybody. We're saying that compared to the other garbage we got, this was slightly less garbage.
Pretty much.
That's all. That's pretty much it.
Seriously, that's all there is. That's all we're saying.
They didn't do it correctly still.
But they did it better than the sequel trilogy.
Put it this way. There's different levels of garbage. This was a slightly less low level of garbage. That's what my opinion is.
You're not wrong.
Okay. Vader was seen as epic, and it showed him in his prime, which is capable of, which brought home just how good Luke was to defeat him. That's
Yep.
true.
It was a great Vader scene.
Thomas said, "Have a good night, everyone. Much love. Thanks for coming, Thomas. We appreciate you.
Good night, and stay you."
Sticking says Vader wasn't trying to win versus Luke Iron Wolf. They were trying to piss Luke off and turn him. Plus, Vader was not in his prime in the Return of the Jedi. His body and health was deteriorating. That's true.
That is true.
Again, they took a lot of creative liberties here.
Mm-hmm.
And I say creative liberties with very, very loosely.
Yeah.
EU fans prize EU above all. It was like their property. It's like sacred. Don't touch my EU, even though it's not really Lucas Universal material. Look, we
Maybe
could spend
not, but
hours debating over this.
I am pretty sure, though, that Lucas did have, like, maybe a say in what happened in the EU, because they were still published under his company, right? So I think he had the final say over all those books.
Did. He did. People try to pull the whole, he didn't approve any of it, or whatever. He did. He knew about it. I know enough about that to say that. I'm just saying, look, we could spend hours debating this, but I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to be blunt in saying it. I don't know enough about the EU, and I'm probably not as big of a Star Wars buff as I used to be.
Yeah, same.
As I said, The Last Jedi killed it for me.
I never even watched The Last Jedi. I saw CinemaSins.
Did I see Rogue One? Yes. Did I think it was better than anything else that I had seen? Sure. But that's about it. Did I watch the last season of Clone Wars? No. Did I watch The Bad Batch? No. Did I watch The Rise of Skywalker? No.
Hell no.
I have no interest.
None.
He says, I didn't mention the EU, I only mentioned the plot holes versus the movies. Again, look, everybody has their opinion on the movies, on the EU, and everything.
Yes.
And there are plenty of plot holes in the movie. You're absolutely 100% right. The only thing we're saying here is that the movie, compared to the other garbage we got,
is better.
Felt better. That doesn't mean it was better. It felt better. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like, instead of someone backhanding you to the face, it felt like someone just slapped you in the face. Put it that way.
Is there a difference?
I think one's supposed to hurt more.
I guess.
Sequel trilogy is Disney, nothing more. I agree.
All right. I think we've been on this topic long enough.
Let's finish up. Rogue One was like coming home. It was two strangers banging your front porch. A little weird, but disrespectful. The Last Jedi was when it's your wife. That's true. Stick to me. I'm not disagreeing. Rogue One was less garbage than the Star Wars than sequel trilogy by a mile. Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Rogue One didn't respect the source material. It created several enormous plot holes, and they ripped off a beloved EU story. Oh, and Jessica was degenerate, so etc. Yes, true.
Yes, it's true. But it was still decent. It was still decent. That's all I'm saying. It was still something that I could enjoy compared to everything else that Disney has done.
I never watched any Disney Star Wars, just the trailers. I envy you. I was so interested in... Well, I'll be honest. I was so happy when I heard Disney taking over Star Wars. I saw the first one. I was like, why is this interesting? It's like a rehash of the old one. I had hoped maybe it's like kind of like a re-entry point, right?
Mm-hmm.
For people. Maybe they're going to do something different. And they did. It was just terrible.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw Force Awakens, I enjoyed it. But I think that was because I didn't notice that it was a rehash of A New Hope. Probably because I was a lot more oblivious back then.
People seem to think the EU fans are upset that Rogue One because of EU. Not the case. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with how the movies and the shows contradict the movie. That's fair. I was basically saying that I don't know enough about the EU that I might even be more upset, at some of the plot holes, whatever. As you said, the character was changed, whitewashed, whatever. I don't know any of that stuff. I'm coming at this not knowing that knowledge. So I'm saying I might even, understand even more. I can understand just how alone why people would be upset because it did
Yeah.
create plot holes. You're absolutely right.
It really did. But we are coming from a perspective that is unfamiliar with the full knowledge of the EU. We really are. We have not read the books.
I've read some of them, but
We've
not
read-
enough.
Yeah, maybe a few, but
I should get
definitely
on some of those.
I definitely should look into getting them if they're still available anywhere.
Every time it says Poppy was in the universe, yeah, you did.
If anyone knows where we can get some original EU books, please give us a link. We need those books.
Remember Disney's most famous line: "Subvert your expectations." That's true.
Bingo.
True. Oh, Sticky Movie says the EU was lower can tier movies, so the EU books and whatnot didn't affect the movies. Also, you guys read my comments to Ira Wolf if they are for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Again, we're
I think we're just getting a little carried away here.
well, this is our new kind of a new. We usually record this video, which again
Yeah, we
we're going
normally
into
don't
2
have
hours now.
Yeah,
So we're gonna kind of
We
try to get to our last topic and kind of end things off because it is getting late here.
it is.
Let's go on to the last topic, which is more Star Wars. Let's try not to get too caught up into that.
Yeah.
All right.
The possibility of a Ben Solo trilogy.
Where to next?
Bankruptcy.
Pointing at Disney Plus.
Oh boy.
So this is not confirmed. Obviously, this is a rumor that that they're planning. I think Inside the Magic put out that they're planning to make a Ben Solo trilogy. He's dead. Don't know why you do that. All I have to say about this is, first off, stupid.
Yeah.
Second off, doubtful that it's true.
Mm.
And 3, if it is true, we'll get to say Solo lost money again. So
yeah. Plus the art is horrendous. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's still horrendous. Ay. Why though? Why? Why are they trying to appease the Reylos when they've already pissed off the Reylos by killing half of the Reylos?
Here's what I'm thinking though. And again, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna harken back to the old joke.
Oh.
When are we getting the adventures of Rey Space Snake?
Space Snake! I had forgotten about Space Snake.
For those people who don't understand what we're talking about, there was a thing flying around that Rey somehow was force impregnated by Kylo via the Force heal, and so we were making jokes about how anything that Rey healed must have been impregnated, including that snake that she healed in the last movie. So somewhere in the universe, there's now a snake that can use the Force that's flying through the space, and it's called The Adventures of Space Snake Skywalker. Rey.
That was in one of our earliest Psycho-Synopsis videos. I don't know how long it'll take for you guys to go all the way through them to find it.
Yeah, you'll find it at some point. But
Eventually. But it has been a while since we've referenced Space Snake. I'd actually forgotten about him.
Space Snake!
The Adventures of Space Snake!
I would watch that just to laugh.
Me too!
All right, we're gonna end off here. We have Space Science says I recommend Death Troopers audiobook if you want some Star Wars horror. It's pretty good. I've heard really good things about that one.
Ooh, I like horror.
Ben Solo trilogy, go away now. Great show, guys. Gotta sleep. We gotta get to bed too,
Yeah.
so we're gonna
Good night,
wrap
Zach.
things up soon. Palpatine was also dead, and look what they did with that.
Yeah, true.
No. He wasn't dead. He
It was a
force
clone.
projected his body and his soul into another body, but of course his body was screaming and shooting lightning down the whole thing. But that was his soul wasn't there. I love how their explanation for that.
That makes no sense.
Stinky Noise says, I hope they make Ben Solo gay to make the Reylos go nuts. Oh my god, yes, please. Or even better,
Make
they
Rey a
give him
lesbian?
another love interest. Give him another love interest, like an earlier love interest. I will just. That would be so much content.
And just watch how it's portrayed by his real life wife. Oh wait, no, they wouldn't do that, would they?
Oh my god, we don't like his wife. He should be with Daisy. Raylos everywhere scream.
Get a life, you idiots!
They need to have had one to begin with.
Good point.
Ew, the snake was a metaphor. Lol.
Was it?
I don't know. He was dead, but he got better.
Are you sure?
Somehow, Ben Solo has returned.
Even the actors couldn't keep straight faces.
I don't know. Lucas had lots of material in the prequels. I think.
The prequels were still better than the sequels.
Oh wait, I think the Great One's talking to the Iron One's talking to Great One. But look, stupid idea. It's not going to be something that goes over very well. I would really, really love them to do it just to make the Raylos angry by giving him another love interest or making him gay,
or making Rey a lesbian. I mean, then again, they'd probably accept Rey being a lesbian, but then they'd have to make Kylo Ren a girl.
Sticky Noe says, Lucas, my sequel trilogy will focus on Anakin's grandchildren. There's no secret or anything. They're already in the books. Yes, I would have loved to have seen that.
It would have been good. That would have been great.
No. Whether it had been good, would it be good or not? Side point.
I guess it would depend on who writes it. But
no,
still...
it would have been respectful to the lore already established, which is something that they don't know how to do anymore.
That is true.
Prequels rocked. Yeah, I wish he had stuck to his guns. I think there was, a rumor about the prequels and Jar Jar Binks being the main bad, but whether that's confirmed or not, I would have liked to have seen that. Feels better than the sequels, and that's not saying much here.
Yeah.
It was in my 20s when the prequels came out. I loved them. Jar Jar, Baby Anakin, Gungans. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to our last thing here.
The diagnosis of the week.
So, as you guys know, what we like to do, and we're a little longer than we would wanted to, so we're gonna, just kind of roll into this. What we do is at the end of the week, we like to kind of take the happenings of the week, and we like to give the week a diagnosis.
Yes.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for you. We think that kind of fits pretty well here.
Do tell us what it is, my love.
The diagnosis of the week is hoovering.
Please explain.
Now, hoovering is a technique used by narcissists. The goal of hoovering is to use any means necessary to get you back under control. Beg, cry, yell, shame, guilt trip, blame, shift, false accusations, threats, whatever, to try to get you back in their corner so they can continue to manipulate you. And I feel like that's what Hollywood is trying to do now. It's not necessarily that they try to we'll give you this, we'll give you that. They sometimes do. More often than not, it's trying to get you angry, trying to get you whatever, to get you just to come back so they can continue to manipulate you.
Yeah.
So I feel like hoovering fits very well because a lot of stuff this week is pulling you each way or the other, and it's all for the purpose of trying to manipulate you. And it says, and if all else fails, the manipulator may even recruit flying monkeys to do the hoovering.
Flying monkeys actually exist?
I'll get you, my pretties, and your little dog, too.
But that didn't actually happen in the book. Read the book.
The books are better.
Oh, yeah. The only film adaptation of The Wizard of Oz that actually did the book justice was the Muppets version.
We'll go into that
maybe another time. Sorry.
But this is literally what they're doing these days. They try to pull you back in with rage, with anger, with shame. Oh, we'll give you a crumb. We'll give you whatever. KOTOR remake, please come back.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Oh, we're trying to explain something. Do you like us now? You're toxic fans and we hate you. You're terrible. But we're going to explain something for you. Do you like us now? We hate you. You terrible. We hate you. Come back.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse, repeat.
So I think that's a pretty good diagnosis of the week.
I agree.
This week needs a eulogy.
Every week needs a eulogy these days.
Don't give my wife ideas. That's Biden. We're not getting into politics here. Hoovering is actually assigned this time. No questions about it. I see your next comment. I'm going to ignore it just because I see it, but we're trying to avoid politics here.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily disagree, but we're going to try to avoid that. They want us to get angry so they can blame us for the movies they make and their failures. Exactly. They want us to get angry so they can go, look, you are exactly what we're saying you are. You're terrible. You're toxic. You're evil. That's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, Hollywood is scared of independent creators. You got some weirdos there that freaked out over them, and some even blocked people supporting independent creators. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I've been blocked by a couple of these people.
It's true.
Without ever interacting. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm surprised I haven't been blocked by some writers, considering I literally promote my work.
We hate you so much, toxic fans. But please buy my stuff. That's true. That's exactly what they do.
It is.
We hate you. You're terrible. Come buy our stuff.
Yep. Rinse and repeat every single freaking time.
Yeah, and that's just what they're good for. That's what they do now.
Yes.
But yeah, I think this is a very good diagnosis for the week. It seems like you all kind of agree. But yeah, that's all we got for this week. Hold on, Kaylee says, sometimes blocked by some as well, never interact with them, just follows people they don't like. Same here, Kaylee. I'm on the same page as you. But yeah, that's all we got for this week. Again, this was fun. We may go back to just making videos. The next 2 weeks, we're going to be away. We're leaving on a Sunday early in the morning, and we're going to come back
on a Sunday.
Early in the morning.
Chances
so we're probably
are
not going to get a chance to make videos for that point.
For the next couple of Sundays, because we're flying out to visit my parents. So, yeah, we'll be on a hiatus, but we'll still be available on Twitter and Wattpad.
Stig says, I usually get blocked by comic book people, Marvel and DC people, even though I have never spoken to them or know who they are. Haha, Lethal Lightning is to blame. Cool show, guys. Yeah. So there might be a stream tomorrow night. I'm trying to get my Twitch back up and running. I'm working on it. I'm going to test it tomorrow night, possibly. Don't hold me to it. But so if you guys haven't followed me on Twitch yet, same handle, Master of a TDS. If you guys want to check that out, I'm probably going to play some games.
He basically uses the same handle for everything.
Yep. But yeah, that's going to be all for this week. Let us know what you people watching this afterwards. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And also make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss your weekly therapy session.
Or you will be charged.
Yeah, but that's all we got for this week. We are going to do the outro before we go.
Of course. Yeah. But also follow us both on Twitter at Master of the TDS and at Writing Raven 2. Follow me on Wattpad at Gothic Writer 613 for well-written stories with original characters and no wokeness whatsoever. And yeah, that's
also you can also follow me now on Instagram. We actually have a Gothic Therapy Instagram, and we have
a Discord.
We have a Discord server, and I also have a personal Instagram I'm not really using. And again, same handle.
But yeah, I do also run a Instagram for the Gothic Therapy channel. Don't use it often, but I do post there occasionally for the channel.
Victor Creed asks, what do you guys charge? Well, subscribe with notifications on, and you won't have to find out. But yeah, anyways, we're going to end things off here, and we will keep in touch. We're probably not going to have a lot of content on the channel till we get back. But once we're back from the East Coast, we're probably at that point going to have more time to make regular videos and get back on a regular schedule.
Because next month there are no Jewish holidays. So we'll be pretty free. And we'll be going back into our normal weekly schedules.
So yeah, but there might be a stream tomorrow, so stay tuned for that.
Indeed.
Check us. You can always find us on Twitter, even though it's a cesspool of the world. And that's all for this week, guys.
We'll see you next time. Gothic Therapy, out.
Thank you.